Good morning. I'm David Myers. I'll be your professor for the summer Introduction to Ethics class. I'm a little late getting this video out. I apologize. I've been a little preoccupied. My wife had surgery for breast cancer on Monday, and so it's Thursday and I'm just getting this out. And again, I apologize. If you're watching this video, and I pray that you are, I assume that you have figured out how to at least navigate D2L, or at least the basics. You can reach this video in three different areas of D2L. And so if you found it, congratulations. The easiest way is to just click on the link in the front under the news section. It says, in fact, let's go there. Let's see. Yeah, it says instruction video. The best way to start the course is to view the introduction video. Either click the link here or go to the content section and look under course information. This should help you to figure out where to begin and how to move forward. So at any rate, you just click where it says introduction video and voila, here you are. D2L is very important. This is an online course, and D2L is going to be necessary for you to successfully complete the course. I've received a couple of emails, and we'll go over those emails. That's what motivated me to get off my tuchus and get this video made. So the first thing you'll want to do is click where it says materials, and then click content. And it will take you to the content section. Click table of contents and you will see course information, the assignments, upload and create the chapter PowerPoints. You might find those useful. Textbook chapters, in case you didn't receive your textbook right away. I've scanned the first 4 chapters of the textbook. Lectures and videos, you will see one for chapters 1 through 12, which are all the required chapters for this course. And then a couple of others at the bottom. There's an amusing one on manners and etiquette and Monty Python's argument clinic. Then you'll see helpful term paper resources. There's an APA template, there's an article on writing an abstract, a link to the Purdue OWL website. I'm looking here. Yeah, I've got a rubric for the paper as well. But at any rate, that's what you will find under the content section. Now, some of the emails I'm getting are asking some really basic questions like, where are the assignments? To ask that question, that kind of tells me that you haven't examined D2L completely, because everything is right here. If you look at assignments, for instance, and you click instructions for the exercises for review, it opens and it gives you, these are due no later than 29 May. These are due no later than 19 June. These are due no later than 3 July. The course is split into 3 sections and kind of centered around the exam. And then there's also a discussion board. Then there are the assignments for the section. And again, it's pretty well delineated right here in this section. For instance, let me read it. This is taken directly from the website, but which is taken directly from the syllabus. The student will answer some of the questions from the discussion questions or exercises for review or critical thinking questions assigned for each textbook chapter. So you're going to choose. Some of the chapters don't have discussion questions. Some of them are called exercises for review. It all depends on which version of the textbook you have. I asked that you purchase the 11th edition, updated, but you can survive using any of them, the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, or the 11th. And frankly, this is the last session that's going to be using textbooks. After this, we're going OER, which is Open Educational Resources, and the textbook will be, it's an online, but I've actually scanned it, and you'll be able, the student will be able to just click it and go to whatever chapter they're studying. They can print them out, whatever they want to do, but you guys have the textbook. But at any rate, it says assign for each text as assigned in the table below. Bear in mind that which page your questions are on will depend on the edition of the textbook that you are using. For instance, students using the updated 11th edition, which is orange, will have Chapter 1 critical thinking questions found on page 28. Students using the non-updated 11th edition, which is blue, can find either exercises for review on pages 27 and 28 or discussion questions on page 28. So you'll need to adapt to the edition that you are using, not to the table listed below. Also, please identify both the chapter and the question when you are doing the assignment in your Word document. You don't need to worry about APA formatting or MLA formatting, but use clear, concise English. No slang, curse words, or tech speak. When you've completed the assignment, place it into the appropriate Dropbox. These are fairly complex questions, so the student is required to answer only 2 of the questions from the exercises for review from each section. You choose them. Which 2 are completely up to you. This assignment requires that you put yourself into the answers. Again, each question is complex and needs more than a sentence or 2 to answer completely. The paper needs to be between 3 and 4 pages per assignment in total, not per question. So, section 1, questions are due, 2 questions, no later than 29 May. And it lists chapter because the sections are divided into chapters. Chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4 are section 1. So you'll choose 2 from any one of the chapters, or 1 from one chapter and 1 from another chapter. Doesn't matter, but identify the chapter completely. You know, a lot of times students will just type away, and I'm trying to figure out, okay, is this chapters 1, 2, 3, 4? But at any rate, that's how complete most of the descriptions are in D2L. So look at D2L carefully. Now let's go back to the syllabus, because that's really where most of the information can be found. So you'll open materials, content, table of contents, and voila, we have this video and we have syllabus and schedule. So click on the syllabus and schedule, and it gives you, you know, the boilerplate stuff. Northwest Technical College, yada, yada, yada. The dates, 15 May through 10 July. The instructor, my cell phone. I've had 1 phone call already, and I want to tell you, call away. All I ask is that you have read D2L. If you don't understand something and you want to talk about it, call me and I will elaborate on it. But please look at the syllabus, look at the website first. It will answer most of your questions. But if you want to talk, call. Here's the deal. Students will always say, oh, Dr. Myers, I'm sorry to bother you. And I'm like, bother me. I have a job because of you. My time is your time. And frankly, I get very bored during the summer. So call on if you have questions, or text or email. To quote the great Kim Possible, call me, beat me if you want to reach me. You probably didn't watch Kim Possible, but I've got 8 kids. But I make no excuse. I like cartoons anyway. So anyway, the course description you can read for yourself. The measurable course outcomes you can read for yourself. Ethical and civic responsibility. What I want to focus on are the methods to assess competence. There is required reading. That is, you are required to read the assigned chapters in the textbook. At the end of the course, not weekly, at the end of the course, you will submit a Word document and you will say, I state your name, have completed what percentage of the reading. Like if I did it, I'd say, I, David Myers, have completed 100% of the assigned reading. It's worth 10 points, which is a whole letter grade. Easiest points you'll ever get. But if you tell me that you only completed 20%, you're only going to get 2 points. So what you see is what you get. Bear in mind, this is an ethics course, so please don't lie for points. Do the reading and keep up with the reading because it's very accelerated. I mean, this is an 8-week course, so try to keep up. There are examinations and they are objective, which means um, they're taken directly from the textbook. Now, they are difficult exams. And so here's the deal there are practice exams. Under the quizzes section, there are practice exams for each chapter. So do them. You may take them as many times as you wish, over and over and over until you have memorized them. If there are 4 chapters, there are usually, you know, there may be 90 questions. There will be 50 on the exam. Which 50 is up to me. Actually, it's generated by the test machine, but um, what you see is what you get. There are no surprise questions. So do those. Do the reading and do the practice tests, and you'll ace them. There is a term paper that is due at the end of the course, and many students are afraid of term papers. I've found that if I give you a choice of what you are going to write about, you will take it more seriously. And so any ethical topic is on the table except one. Abortion is off the table because I've read thousands of papers on abortions over the last 20 years. So please, no papers on abortion, but anything else is wide open. Then there are the term paper is worth 30 points. The exams are 10 points each, so they're worth 30% of your grade. So the required reading, 10% of your grade. The exams, 30. The writing project, another 30. The exercises for review, um, gosh, I can't remember. We'll go over that more in just a minute. At any rate, your textbook is Thoreau's Ethics, Theory, and Practice, the 11th edition. As I've already said, you can use the 9th edition, you can use the 8th edition, the 10th, whatever. The pagination will change. No proctors. You do not need a proctor for any of the exams. I'm trusting you to be honest. The book, it's open book. Don't count on that because the chapters are difficult and long, and now it's open book, but it's not open note. You may not simply print out the practice tests. You know, I'm trusting you not to do that. I don't look for cheating, but if I find it, you're out of the class. Discussions. Oh, the reading is here. Here we go. Course assignments. Reading is 10. Discussions are 15% of your grade. So each section of discussion is worth 5 points. So you're going to begin a thread for each section and respond to 2 other threads. So that means you must make at least 3 posts to get full points. 3 posts, and you have to read all the posts. So don't wait to the last minute. Students do, and then that makes it difficult for your classmates because if you do that, they can't respond to your posts. Exams are worth 30 points, as I've already said. You have an entire week to take the exam. They open on Sunday night at midnight and they close Sunday night at midnight the next week. Again, the course is broken into 3 sections. each divided into 4 chapters of the textbook. Each section has an exam. Uh, so 30% of your total grade. Discussion questions. These papers, 3 to 4 pages, are worth 5 points each. So 15 total points. I said 30, I was wrong. The writing project, a term paper on an ethical topic covered in this course, but not abortion. The paper is to be at least 7 pages, but no longer than 9 pages in length. Now, that is content. You're going to have an abstract, a title page, and a works cited page. Those do not count towards the 7 to 9 pages. APA format or MLA format. I mean, if you're a nursing student, you need to write it in APA. If you're not, you can write it in MLA. Either way, 7 to 9 pages, double spaced, title page, abstract, and bibliography. You must cite at least 3 sources in the paper other than the textbook. Due 7 July. If you don't turn in a paper, you fail the course, regardless of your grade point. Regardless of your GPA, you need to turn in a paper or you fail. You need to turn them in on the due dates given in the course schedule. Exams need to be taken on the date that is set unless you contact me. Grading A, B, C, D, F. 90 to 100 is an A, and so on. So, course schedule. As stated above, and as I have mentioned numerous times in this video, the course is divided into 3 sections. There's an examination for each section. Each test will be open for a 7-day period, Monday through Monday, Sunday night at midnight, which is technically Monday, and the student may take it whenever it is convenient during that period. Now, the third exam will be open Monday through Friday. You only have 5 days because the course ends. So 22 through 29 May. By 29 May, you must have taken exam 1. By 19 June, you must have taken test 2. And by 3 July, you must have taken the third exam. Term paper is due 7 July. Now, if there's a reason that you can't take the exam on a scheduled date or you want to complete early, contact me. I know that some of you need to be done early for, actually, this is the summer. This is typical boilerplate for fall. You don't have practicum and you aren't graduating, but let me know if you want to complete it early. The reading and assignment schedule. I've had several emails asking, well, what's due when? It's right here, and it's also in the in D2L, but the reading assignment schedule. By the 29th of May, you will have read chapters 1 through 4 and done chapter 1 through 4 discussion questions. Whichever 2 you've decided to do, they're due at that time. Discussions close on 29 May. 19 June, you will have read chapters 5, 6, 7, and 8. You will have turned in your discussion questions, and the discussion board closes at that time. 3 July, and then that's it. 7 July, the term paper and reading report are due. Now, I don't know that I've talked about the discussion questions. I've talked about the discussion questions. Discussion board. Yeah, I did mention it. They're not the same things. Sometimes students get confused. You have discussion questions and you have the discussion board. That is the syllabus. That's it. Again, utilize the website, utilize the practice tests, and you should have no problems with the course. I know you're thinking it's overwhelming. You're thinking I only have 8 weeks, a lot of reading. It's true. The reading is brutal. But you can make it through this. Now, in the discussions, I don't want to hear, oh, the reading's boring. Oh, the reading's so hard. It's hard. It is hard. This is a philosophy course. They're difficult. It's 3 units. You need to deal with it. It is what it is. And I really don't like reading about how hard it is. Um, Here's the deal: you need to read it, you don't need to master it. Often in the reading report, students will say, oh, I read it, but I really didn't understand it. Well, you don't need to master the material, you just need to read it. And so don't worry about that. Philosophy is difficult reading. You're going to have to read each section several times. Um, that's about it for the class. If I think of anything else, I'll put another video together. Um, Call me if you have questions, and just persevere. You can do this. Have a great weekend and enjoy the course.